When interviews and commentaries are for entertainment only, the views and opinions expressed therein are those of the individual speakers and do not necessarily represent the views and opinions of Sheranian Communications, KHQN, or Utah Valley Live.
Hi, this is Pat Sheranian, and I'm so happy to be with you this afternoon. Thank you for listening in, and thank you for watching wherever you are. We appreciate your being with us, and this looks like a panel today, and we're not going to tear it up totally, but we are going to introduce you to some new people. They're all sponsoring today, which is really exciting because they're all business owners one way or another, so we're going to be talking about and introducing them to you. So I'm going to actually change something I said I was going to do, and Valerie, I'm going to start with you. She has this intriguing name that she's Valerie Gardner to mom and dad and people that know her closely and family and so forth, but to you, out in the public, she is the author, and she's known as VJO. And there's a little story behind that, because she couldn't, like many of us, we get married, divorced, we have children, we change, we get into the business world. Because I was in acting and modeling for so many years, I had 4 or 5 different names, and you just can't decide who you are sometimes. And but she has, and she's made it clear. So I'm going to let her tell you a little bit about herself, just a small bit to start with.
Okay, I grew up in a small Utah town.
Let's pull that microphone right up to you. There you go.
I grew up in a small Utah town, pretty local here, before going to Dixie College, where I took writing classes and fantasy lit, and I've always enjoyed writing, and it just kind of blossomed into novels. So.
Now, wait a minute. People don't just wake up and say, okay, I'm a teenager, I'm in college, I think I'll become famous as an author. Because that's work, and it's intense work.
It is.
And it's lonely.
I've been writing for about 25 years before I actually put my first book into print and published. So I had a lot of writing before, and then it came down to just getting it edited out and ready to publish. We're
going to come back because you haven't told us the name of any of the books yet, and that's we're going to find out a little bit more. But let's go through the panel first, so you'll know who's her company is today. Okay. And next to me is...
My name is Sensei Nathan Boyd. I'm with the United Studios of Self-Defense in Provo.
And he does...
I teach Shaolin Kempo. It's a martial art, kind of a combination of karate and kung fu.
Yeah. Certainly you do. Let's say that again, because in truth, I have never heard it, and I've been a lot of places. So I want to know what you just said.
Our style is called Shaolin Kempo. The Shaolin...
Wait a minute. Shaolin Kempo. Kempo. Oh, okay. All right.
Its origins came from the Shaolin Temple in China from 2,000 years ago.
Oh, okay.
It came across to Japan, which is where we kind of picked up the Kempo from, and it's just grown over time. Our school's been around since 1968, and we've just been growing ever since. Now we're one of the largest United Studios schools across America.
You are?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're coming back to you for sure, because I got to hear more about it, because I have no idea what you just said. Okay, we'll have fun with that. And I actually have met Chris before. He was in the studio once, and we chatted a little bit. And he's got a newspaper out. It's a small one. And he's trying to change some things around about and make life happen. And I think he's holding down about 3 jobs at last count. And so we thought we should add one more to it. And he's co-hosting with me today.
First time.
First time. And it's always an experience to come on first time on anything, but particularly when you've got a camera and a radio, a microphone going out on the radio and the internet. So we appreciate how brave you are.
Well, thank you.
And I haven't been known to eat or hurt anybody, really, ever. So I'll be nice. But let's tell the folks, hold up your paper because it's not going to show really. Do we have anything on the computer we can show or no?
If the website works,
okay.
It showed it's benservedpayforward.com/serve-daily, and you can find it online and browse through the 8 pages. The new August edition was actually just posted today,
Really?
And
Okay.
we'll be online for the next month or two.
Did you figure out what I had sent to you? I sent you a book. Did you reduce that down to an ad?
Yeah, it turned into a little.
Is it in this issue?
It's in the August issue
The
coming
one
out.
coming out?
Yeah.
Okay. He said, tell me a little about yourself, and I sent him a 3-page resume, more or less, or some, 4-page story?
Yeah, it was about
Let-
3.5.
Where were you born and raised? Let's talk about that.
I was born in Provo, Utah, and I was raised in Orem.
You haven't traveled far away from home, kid.
No, yeah, I stayed pretty nearby.
Well, that's a good thing. Nobody chased you. Nobody ran you out of town.
Not yet.
Not yet.
I don't know.
Well, this is a great little paper. We have several of these around, and you're focusing right now on Springville and Spanish Fork. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And these are for folks that have shops or whatever products, anything that they would like to be out have out in the public. So it's good advertising. I was at a meeting over at let's see, it was in the Spencer Fillmore Law offices this morning. And I found one over there. And then later on, I was sitting somewhere and there was, I went over to Guru's and your papers are there. Somebody had left one on the table. I almost chased him down and gave it back to him, but instead I read it. So,
Yeah, I have it in about 150 locations between Spanish Fork and Orem, with a couple outliers in Salem and American Fork.
well, it's a nice way to get your name out there, and it doesn't cost very much. And that's the best part about it. You get a lot of publicity, and it doesn't cost you $1,000. So, and you come out once a month. Is
Yeah,
that it?
once a month.
Once a month. And so the August paper is coming out. So watch for it. It is called,
Serve Daily, the paper with a purpose.
there you go. And we're going to find out a little bit more about you, so stay with us. And then I'm going to let you ask this gentleman questions about his business so I can listen in and find out what is he talking about. But I want to come back to you so you tell us the name of some books. So back up just a little bit, because I had a daughter that loved to write, but there's something inside of an author that's quite a Larry Barkdahl, who's been a really dear friend of mine over the years. He gets along well with people. He likes people. He's done very well in a network marketing business recently, but he'd rather be downstairs in a cave. He has a room he calls his cave, and the kid's not sure when he's there, and he's got 10 of them. So he goes down and shuts the door, and that's where he thinks and writes. And he said he's up half the night sometimes, and the thoughts come, and he just gets up and goes and starts writing.
Yeah, writers tend to be kind of introverted in a way. We like to sit back and observe people. If you go to a large party, we're probably the ones back in the corner. We look like we're having fun, but we're just watching everybody.
I think I've known a few people like that. Well, now tell us what you write about. Are you a technical writer? Do you write mysteries? Are you?
They're actually primarily medieval fantasies, and I've got 2 series right now. The Ancient Kings series has Blood of Ancient Kings, Quest of the King, and 3 Kingdoms of Alessandrine. And they're all in a medieval setting. They have a little bit of magic mixed in and edging into the sci-fi. But the Under the Dragon Moon series goes a little deeper into the sci-fi and the magic. And it actually takes some of the characters from Quest of the King, so out of a medieval setting, and puts them on a spaceship that they are trying to find the homeworld of their ancestors. And it's an interesting juxtaposition. And I did choose and so that first book is Journey Home to a New World. And then in the second and third books, the second one being Return of the Dragon Moon, and then the third being The People of the Red Cliffs, I've chosen to maintain some of the more medieval living conditions for some of the groups of people.
Is this these are all recent books? Or, are they
these
out in
They have recently, within the last year, come out in print. They're also available on Amazon for Kindle.
Okay, let's talk about how
such.
people can find the book.
Okay,
the books, I should say, and there are 2 series. We're talking about one right now, or did you cover both of them?
both of them.
Okay, they're talking about 2 different series of books. How many in each series?
Right now, there are 3.
3 in each one. So you have 6 books out?
6 books out.
That's rather ambitious all at one time, girl.
They were ready to go, and we felt the time was right. And we discovered...
Well, I think it is. You got,
Yeah.
very similar things out there.
We discovered there's a lot of ebook format forums that we can put them out for free, which makes most cost effective to put a
All right,
bookshelf.
let's tell folks where they can find it and give them the name of the first series and the name of the second series so they can go in and ask for specifically that. Is there an email or a blog that they can talk to you?
If they go to vjogardner.com,
All right. V as in Victor, VJO.
Gardner, Gardner,
Okay,
.com.
VJOGardner.com. That's easy enough. Okay.
And they can contact me through that. The paperbacks are available, and I will ship just about anywhere from
Okay.
there. They're also available at the Eborn bookstores here in Utah.
Eborn.
Eborne,
Okay.
books.
Okay. And then can they buy you on Amazon? And can they get you on anywhere else?
I'm working on getting them in print on Amazon and some of those others, but they are available for Kindle, for Nook, for iPad, and I'm getting them up on Kobo for other e-reader formats.
You're just sitting around doing nothing, I can tell. Are you crazy? I mean, you've written all these books on top of that. Now you're trying to market them all by yourself.
Yeah, well, we did try the traditional publisher, and it was kind of a souring experience, but we weren't going to let that stop us.
We will not tell you who the souring publisher was.
No.
But sometimes it's very difficult. Either way, it can be very difficult either way. But I'm knocked out by what you've done. So let's have just the name of the first series first.
The name of the first series is Ancient Kings,
Okay, Ancient Kings, and the second series?
Under the Dragon Moon.
I like that. I like both of them. Okay. And your target market would be?
Well, oddly enough, I was writing for young adults. However, there's no foul language, no graphic sex or violence, and my youngest reader is 10. However, the parents get as much out of them, but different things out of them.
Has Hollywood found you?
Not yet, but we're hoping and edging towards that in all ways
You
we
know
can.
that Utah has an abundance of power people in the industry.
Oh, yes. I actually have to dig a little in my old Boy Scout stuff to find some connections for a couple of them.
I don't know, should we ask about that story about some of them in Boy Scouts? Okay.
Well, they were merit badge counselors, and we did
Okay.
the powwows, so that's a
Good, I'm
whole
glad.
other ball of wax.
Well, I'm really excited about what you've done. Where do you live right now?
In Springville.
You're down in Springville, writing in Springville. Are you raising a family on top of all of this?
I have 2 kids. My oldest is in the Army Reserve, and we hope to have him out of the house before much longer. He's a good kid, though. And then my daughter is married.
Okay.
And she is out of the house but around the corner. So it's all kind of
that's
close.
nice. And they know you're an author, and they've learned not to come rushing in and start right out, because I understand you cannot do that to an author. You're right in the middle of something great.
I actually have been accused of having a thought kangaroo, so I handled that probably better than most.
Good for you. Well, I'm very impressed, and thank you for bringing them with you today, because I don't know that I would have met you. Do you do book signings? Are you book signing
Yes, I
yet?
do.
You got
Yes, I
anything
do.
set up we should talk about?
In fact, at the Provo Town Center Mall,
Okay.
this Saturday from 1 to, I believe, 6 o'clock, I'll be at the Eborn Books there.
And is that located where?
Provo Town Center.
No, but I mean where, on which level?
It's on the
It's second floor.
Second, so up on the
Yeah.
Second level by, is it Nordstrom's?
Down at that end.
I
No,
think
it's
Dillard's.
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 It's
Dillard's.
near
Right,
Dillard's.
Dillard's. Yeah, Nordstrom's is gone.
Oh, okay.
It's at the other mall, or it was, and it's gone.
Yeah.
So you're down by Dillard's. So if people park, they could walk through Dillard's, they go through the food court and get to you.
Well, yeah, if they go upstairs through the food court, actually, if they enter on the upper level on the east side,
They've got
there's
it.
a door there, and it goes straight across the glass bridge to.
Oh, it does. All right, now I know where you are. Okay. All right, let's do that again without it being so convoluted here. So she's going to be, the name is Valerie Gardner, or VJO Gardner. She is the author of 2 series of books. They sound like they're just fun for every age. Because if you like a little sci-fi and you like a little history and you like kind of a
Little romance thrown in.
along the way, I bet everything's there. That is just fun. She's going to be book signing. Is that
Yes.
correct? Book signing on Saturday from 1 to 6. Is that right?
Right, and I'll also be at the Kickathon.
Okay, whatever that is.
I'm sure Chris will bring that
We'll
up.
talk more about that.
Okay, we'll hear about that. Okay, Kickathon, we're coming back. Let's take a break, as a matter of fact, and we'll be back with you in a few minutes, so stay with us because we have lots more to talk about, and I know we have more to learn about this over here since I never heard that word before in my life. Well, that doesn't really mean that much, but we'll be back. Stay with us.
By focusing solely on the evaporative cooling industry, Swamp Tech has quickly become the experts. We bring our clients the latest technologies and offer only the highest quality parts. Swamp Tech has been servicing coolers since 1997 and has over 3,000 current clients. Why would you trust anyone else with your cooling needs? Call 801-471-0491. Swamp Tech's services include seasonal startup and shutdown, installation of a new evaporative cooling system, repair or replacement of your existing swamp cooler, and flex duct run for whole house distribution. Call us at 801-471-0491 or go to swamptech.net, SWAMPTECH.net. Summer's heat has arrived. Don't spend another sleepless night because you're too hot. Call today for an appointment, 801-471-0491. Are you an athlete looking for a natural boost to your workout? Have you studied up on the benefits of nitric oxide production to your performance? Then you'll want to try Kyani's Nitro Extreme. Nitro Extreme promotes cardiovascular health and improved blood flow, supports muscle contraction and relaxation, as well as nerve transmission. I use Nitro Extreme right before I lift weights, and I've never been stronger in my entire life. If you don't try Nitro Extreme, you'll never know what you're missing. Call 801-362-9552 to order yours today. That's 801-362-9552.
Hi, this is Pat Sheranian and my guests today, and I think I'll have them introduce themselves. Let's start on this end.
I'm Chris Baird. I'm with Ben Serve Pay Forward, and I produce a new paper in town called Serve Daily, the paper with a purpose.
And on this side, Nathan.
My name is Nathan Boyd. I'm with United Studios of Self-Defense in Provo.
And Valerie.
Valerie Gardner, or my pen name is VJO Gardner, and I am a local author with 2 book series.
And we are having a good time here because I have some amazingly talented people around me, which is always fun to introduce to you. And if you just joined us, let me just mention that Valerie will be book signing at the Emporium, is that right, near the
Eborn Books.
Eborn Books, sorry.
In the Provo Town Center Mall on the second level near Dillard's.
Saturday between 1 and 6. And how much are your books? I should ask that.
They are $14.75 for paperback and $3.99 for the ebooks. We tried to keep them affordable.
I think they are very affordable. And she has 2 series, and we're going to talk a little bit more about them. And Nathan is co-hosting today with me. I don't mean Nathan is co-hosting. Did you get scared to death there? Craig is co-hosting with me. He's going, now what'll I do?
I still don't know what to do.
You sure you do?
Okay.
When we, in training, there's no way to be in training for a live audience without having a live audience. And so when we meet people that are really potential hosts or want to be, then this is really how it works. You come on and we talk, and if you don't faint, pass out, or freeze with something in your mind that you can't talk about, then we get the job done. And so Craig Baird is with us today. Chris. I don't even know a Craig Baird. Where did that come from?
No problem.
Chris, you know what? I've made enough mistakes that way that I've learned that the people that are listening learn to correct me, and then they get your name for sure.
Okay.
Never, ever forget it. I've been known to have emails later that said, you said that name wrong 3 times. All right, so Chris is going to be my co-host, so he's going to start asking some questions to Nathan.
Okay.
And help us find out about this defense. And you're dressed not in a suit and tie.
Oh, no,
How's
this is
that?
my business suit.
Stand up a little bit so we can see that, because they'll be able to see it. Oh, there you go. That looks like... Hey, Dillard's is coming to a fashion show. Come back.
All right, Nathan, why did you choose to work for United Studios of Self-Defense?
United Studios offered me something I never found in another school. They were always willing to work with me, help build me up, bring me up, and everything that I wanted, they offered me. And because of that, I'm now a more professional instructor, I'm a better martial artist, and because of that, my teaching ability has just skyrocketed. And that's what I'm here to do. I'm here to help teach.
All right, so sounds like the school really helps build up the community. What types of events do they hold to build the community?
Well, this year we hosted the annual Provo Easter egg hunt down Center Street.
You did?
We did.
I didn't know that. That was fun.
Oh, that was a blast. I absolutely loved it. We had donations from 3 local grocery stores, donated over 3,000 eggs.
Oh, my goodness.
All of our students were involved. They helped load all the eggs, all the candy. And it was a free event for the community to come in. We did free hot dogs, free games, free Easter egg hunt. Just something to give back to the community. It's part of what being a martial artist is about.
I love it. That's great.
That is great. I understand you guys have a new event coming up August 18th.
That's right around the corner. We have what's a kickathon, which for those of you who have never heard what that is,
Never heard that.
it's a fundraising event where we go out and we kick to raise money for a foundation or to, a good deed pretty much for the community. Recently we'd heard...
Talking body contact or just your show and tell?
Just the show and tell. Just going out kicking. We'll kick some pads. We'll kick the air a little bit. It's going to be great. We got some music lined up. We got some local bands, including one of our other fellow instructors who leads an Irish band. So we'll have a little bit of actual bagpipe music playing with us.
That'd be fun. It's become more popular.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good.
We've got a bake sale going on so people can buy goods. Everything goes towards a cancer foundation to help Serena. Her name is Serena Freeman. She is a wonderful lady who was recently, this year, diagnosed with brain cancer.
Ooh.
Her mother, and this is kind of a weird chain of events, was actually part of what's called the Writers Unite to Fight Cancer before this happened, and is actually a published author who had wrote a book about a little girl who got cancer.
Oh, my.
And within I believe it was a year or 2 afterwards, her own daughter came down with brain cancer. So we're stepping up, stepping in, getting help from the community, and doing everything we can to help pay for her cancer treatments.
So are the money that you raise is going directly towards her cancer
It is.
treatments, and you don't take anything out of that?
Nothing. Nothing comes back to our school. This is all
Do you
for her.
have I'm taking this away from you. I've been known to do that.
It's easy to do from a new time host.
Do you have a watermark you want to hit? 2,000, 10,000, 20,000?
We hadn't really set a goal. We just want to raise as much as we can.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
the more the merrier, but I would like to see...
$5, $10, 150?
I would like to see
$1,000?
over 1,000 at least.
Okay. And now, I'm going to give it back to you.
On Serve Daily, the July edition, the bottom of the page, don't know if you can see this here, but you can look it up online. The whole bottom was promoting the Kickathon, and that's one of the main focuses of my paper is to promote community events. This event is August 18th, and from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., but where is it at, Nathan?
It's going to be held at the Memorial Park in Provo, which, if you don't know where that's at, it's 800 East on Center Street. We're going to have not just actually the bake sale and the kickathon. We're actually, one of our fellow authors will be there for a book signing as well.
Are you going to be there also?
Yes, I am.
Oh, that'll be fun. That'll be great.
We have several
a lot
local
of kids there. Yeah.
Oh, there will be a lot of kids, I
Yeah.
hope. We're actually having an enormous book signing by several local authors, as well as some authors that are coming up from Arizona, which is where her family comes from. So they're all coming up to help support, and part of the proceeds from their book sales all go towards the Cancer Foundation.
Oh, that's great. That's such a good cause.
That is a very good cause.
Are you going to demonstrate?
I will actually.
Are some of you folks going to demonstrate? Is the class, is some of your kids coming for that?
We're going to bring out all the kids and adults from our classes, and they're all going to come out and help support and kick. A lot of them already have sponsors, and some of them are just going to come out and just help. Some people do flat donations, like they'll give $5, $10, and they just go out and try and kick for as long as they can.
Then is there an account that they've set up for you, or you just hand it to somebody?
All of like if someone writes a check, it goes to Sarah Freewoman.
Okay.
They can go online to our website. It's www.provoUSSD.com.
Yeah, let's give it one more time, and we'll look at the camera.
www.provoUSSD.com. You go to the Cancer Kickathon tab. Halfway down, there's a donation for online for all the people who can't make it to the foundation or to the event, and from there, anyone can help donate.
What are the benefits someone may receive if they donate to the cause?
We're giving everyone that helps donate a $50 gift certificate towards, taking martial art classes. Everyone is also going to get a free DVD from Living Scriptures, who's also going to be at the event. They're donating a free DVD for everyone that shows up. And, just go out and have a great time.
Yeah, this is a big thing. This is a big event. This is to get this done this Saturday, right?
That's right. We've been working on it for about a month and a half now. 10 to 4 p.m., 6-hour-long events.
10 to 4, and you started telling me where it was. It's on 800, it's what park? Memorial Park?
Memorial Park, 800 East, Center Street, Provo.
Are you guys planning on having this be an annual event?
I would like to see it become one. I took over the school back in March officially, and since then, about once a month, we've done a couple small things here and there to help the community out, little projects. This is definitely going to be one of our biggest ones, and I would like to see it become an actual annual, kickathon fundraiser to help a different foundation every year, to help somebody out in need, and just, it's good karma, as we say.
It always comes back. It's like the ripple in the pond.
Exactly.
I can't figure out where this park is.
It's near Seven Peaks. But
It's before you get to 9th East, right? Which is a main, so it's on your left side there?
Yeah, it'll be on the left, the north side of Center
Was there a
Street.
school there? No. Oh, it is a big park.
It's just a big grass park,
Big grass park. Okay.
volleyball courts.
Got it. Okay. That's going to be fun.
Oh, it's going to be a blast. I'm so looking forward to going out there, and I'm going to be kicking too.
Really?
That's
You're
right.
going to do the whole thing.
That's me. I got to go out there and I got to represent for our school.
How did you get into this?
Martial arts?
Yeah.
Well, like I said, my parents got me into martial arts when I was 7. Just kind of stuck with it since then, and growing up with it, I just had a huge love and appreciation for martial arts in general. Teaching, though, began about 2007, 2008, when I was serving in Iraq with the military, Army Reserves.
Wait a minute. You look like a teenager. What are we talking about here? Of course, everybody looks young to me, but you really do look young. And what?
Oh, I'm 30. Don't tell my students.
Okay. He didn't mean that, if you're listening, and students. You were in Iraq?
I was. From 07 to 08, I served convoy security in Iraq as a 50 cal gunner. But during our free time, I was training certain soldiers to go through hand-to-hand combat training, combatives, and just,
Is that
basic
mainly
self-defense.
why you were there? I mean, or did you do that just because
Mostly
you
because
could?
I wanted to help
Okay.
people feel more secure and confident in country. Being in a foreign country, especially under those kind of severe conditions,
How severe were they for the guys?
we definitely got our share of rounds and shot at quite a bit. Myself experienced a couple of IEDs. We were pretty much driving about 12 hours twice every 2 days. It was pretty intense.
An experience indeed. I'm glad you're home.
Me too.
Safe and sound, for goodness sakes. So now you've rolled out what you'd started with, and you had the Army to deal with and that, and now you're back. And how many kids do you see a week
In our class?
in your classes?
I would say right now our kids' class is up to about 15 children.
You work with adults
We do.
also? Okay.
We split up the classes between ages so that people are working more comfortably around people their own age and their ability levels. So this is something that everyone can do. There's a gradual growth in the system.
Wait a minute. This is it. That's it right there. Exercise, kick butt, that's it. I swim in the morning, that's about it. But I know people that love this. In fact, I worked with a lady in Kiani, Mary Louise Zeller, who owned a studio for years up in the Orem. She was taekwondo.
Oh, okay.
She'd take your face off. They called her Grandma, Ninja Grandma. And it was a joke when she first started, because she didn't start till she was in her 40s, and she's 76, and she's got 20 gold medals nationally and 9 internationally. And they just see this older woman coming towards them and go, ha ha, and she about hurt them to pieces. They should pull that leg up in the air, you know.
It's something that'll benefit you for the rest of your life.
You know what? That's what she said. She said it teaches you to focus in a way you've never been able to focus before. A discipline, enormous discipline, on the spot and at everything in your life, because it all focuses on that one. So does your whole life do that? What you eat, where you go, how you live.
It does. Everyone thinks when they hear martial arts, oh, kicking, punching, fighting, and really that's like the smallest part of the art. It's the confidence you get from knowing you can defend yourself. It's the discipline you train yourself day after day, and it flows into everything else you do in life.
Well, I appreciate that comment for sure, and I'm grateful that you're running this in the paper. I'm going to have you just read that off one more time. Why don't you do that? Because,
All right.
in fact, hang on to it. We're going to take a break, and we'll take a break, and we'll be right back. Thanks, and stay with us. We're going to talk a little bit more about the newspaper and a little bit more about the books, so don't go away.
Folks, have you ever realized that freedom is spelled F-O-O-D? Food. After air and water, food is our greatest dependency. Taking control of that dependency ensures personal power, independence, and freedom. We can't control earthquakes, storms, martial law, dollar crash inflation, the global warming hoax, farm and garden restrictive legislation, job loss, crop failures, or the 2012 planet disruptions. However, if we have our own food, none of these can control us. Hunger can never be used to control you if you never are forced to stand in a bread line because you do not have your own bread. It seems the only freedom we still have control of is possession of food. If we don't control our own food, events are rapidly moving to use food to control us. Freedom truly is spelled F-O-O-D. Contact efoodsdirect.com or call 800-409-5633. That's efoodsdirect.com or 800-409-5633.
Are you looking to create another revenue stream in 2012? Are you willing to put out the effort, generate some cash flow? Pat Sheranian is seeking 10 motivated individuals to join her Kiani team as independent distributors. Earn as much as you are willing to work for selling Kiani Sunrise, Sunset, Nitro FX, and Nitro Extreme. These great products are helping thousands of people enjoy better health and an improved financial situation. The most successful Kiani independent distributors started by trying the Kiani products, just as you can, virtually risk-free, as Kiani offers a 30-day money-back satisfaction guarantee. Try them and don't like them, and you'll get your money back, less the shipping costs. So many people today are challenged by obesity and diabetes, or don't have enough money for their needs, and they aren't doing anything about it. Don't be one of them. Call Pat Sheranian at 801-362-9552 to find out more about Kiani and what it can do for your health and for your wealth. That's 801-362-9552.
Hi, this is Pat Sheranian. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. I realize this is not Monday when I'm usually on the air, and you do know that all of our programming is now drive times, 4 to 5, 5 to 6, and 6 to 7, 5 days a week. We're happy, so happy to be here together with you today. This is really your day, And he's coming right along. If I'll get out of his way, I might get up and just walk out and leave him right here and see what happens. He's my co-host today, and he also publishes a lovely little newspaper that comes out once a month. Full of ads, full of nice little things. This is a great ad. Pick up the paper just for this. So go for it and read that all over again, because it's going to be a big deal, and I want everybody to come have an opportunity to be part of this.
Yeah, welcome back to the show. Today we're covering kind of three themes in one. We're covering the new paper, Serve Daily, that's found in Utah County.
Let's say that slowly. Serve Daily.
Serve Daily. Sorry, I go a little fast. But what it does is we promote community events, and in the July edition we're promoting United Studios of Self-Defense, and they're having a kickathon.
That's right.
A kickathon on August 18th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at Memorial Park at 800 East and
Center Street.
800 East Center Street in Provo. Come out. You can donate funds to sponsor kickers at ussdprovo.com. You can donate via PayPal. You can also contact Sensei Nate at 801-373-4844. Also, that's going to be there are local authors. One of them will be VJ Gardner. She'll be promoting her book series. Sorry, can you fill me in on the names there?
The first series is the Ancient Kings series, and the second is Under the Dragon Moon.
Okay, thank you. If you pick up one of the papers on page 7 of the July edition, we did a review of her book, The Blood of Ancient Kings. And coming in the August edition, which will be hitting shelves tomorrow, we reviewed
Quest of the King.
Quest of the King. And one of my friends, co-worker at the post office, I'm crazy, this is one of my 3 jobs. I work a graveyard shift. Tom Nichols, he does the reviews, and he said that book reminded him of the Scout Oath, or the Scout
Law.
The Scout Law. Just the good values portrayed in the Scout Law, and that's what the books really try and show is.
And has he read it?
Yeah, he has.
And he's not a kid, so they sound like kid titles, but they're not. They're good for adults,
they're
all
not,
ages.
They're not. They actually got my husband, who was decidedly not a recreational reader, to finally read something, and then it was like, where's the next one? I gotta have it now.
That's the best compliment you could have. That is a great compliment.
He resisted for years, didn't want to be a critic, and finally now he's a kind of a partner and has helped with the putting together the book covers, which has been really helpful.
I want to mention this. She's going to be there signing books, but the reason they're having this is because of how old is the child? It's
She's, I believe, 30, actually.
30, a lady that's 30, and she has brain cancer. And so they're asking for donations to help towards her, some of her treatments that are necessary that the insurance is not covering. And so there's a good cause. Anyone that donates gets a prize.
Yeah, they get a $50 gift card towards our school, as well as Living Scriptures is going to be giving away a free DVD of one of their movies.
And you're going to be there. You're going to be selling your books there.
Yes, I will.
And the books sell for about $14.
$14.75.
Okay.
In paperback.
And if all else, and you're a reader and somebody has hauled you off to this, you buy a book and find a tree and sit down and just read, because it sounds like you can't put these down once you get started. I mean, your husband is probably your worst critic ever, and because they live with you.
Yeah, well, and
You're worse than your best.
He comes by it honestly. He does tend to be drill sergeant type personality, and oddly enough, he works for the Army Reserve right now as a civilian contractor, so he's in his home element, I suppose.
for
so,
sure.
so he's actually getting paid. That's good.
That is good. Well, I think it's exciting that you have this series out. I think this is a great experience, and you've put your energy behind this. You've made this happen. So this is a community event, and you're all invited. We thank you for getting this thing in this paper for us. So I'm going to have you just tell a bit more about what's in the paper. Give some of your ad people a high five, if you will.
Okay.
Talk
Sounds
just
great.
a little bit about them.
All right. This paper, Serve Daily, I started it because I wanted to promote community service. I wanted to promote the Constitution, and I wanted to promote the local arts. Since I live in Springville, Art City, and trying to promote local authors.
You want to talk politics?
Very little politics, trying to focus in on just promoting the Constitution.
Okay.
So, for example, the first issue, I had the Bill of Rights. The second issue, since it was July, we had the Declaration of Independence.
Remember that.
And then the third issue, coming this August, we have Article 1, all sections of Article 1. And the cool thing is, I talked with John McNaughton. He's the local painter. We're going to feature the empowered man
Oh, yeah.
in the paper. But
Really? Oh, that's great.
I'd like to give a big thanks to all my advertisers, USSD, Nathan being one of them. I'd also like to thank Two Jats Pizza. Be sure to go check them out. They're in Provo, Springville, and Spanish Fork. Also have a handful of others, Wood Stuff down in Provo, or down in Springville.
Springville, yeah.
They sell, what's it called?
Landscaping supplies.
Thank you.
What is it?
Landscaping supplies.
Oh, landscaping.
Mulch, trees, all
Okay.
sorts of things.
Okay, good.
Also, some other companies are Five Star Karate, Harris Hearing Aid, and
They're around the corner.
Provo, just
They're good
around the
people,
corner.
Yep.
Main Street Automotive in Springville. I hope the best of luck to them. They just actually closed down last week. I was sorry to hear. And then
Have you
there's
got Model A Cafe in there?
Model A Cafe. They were in the July edition.
Jared Munna, whose father owns or family owns that cafe, is one of our hosts, and he's been on for 6 months or 7 months now, quite a while. He's has been on radio. I think he's just streaming on the internet right now. But yeah, good place to go. Have you all been there?
Mm-hmm.
I've been past it. Haven't stopped to eat yet.
Listen, stop and
Yet.
eat, but be prepared. They bring you more food.
Oh dear.
They bring you a lot of food, and the prices are right. I took a youngster out there for breakfast, and I've never seen such a big pancake in my entire life. It filled up the plate and then some. But it's a great place to go, and good if you've got kids and you're worried about forget it. They don't care about running kids. Bring your kids. It is a great, fun family cafe. And so we're going to throw a rope on you and bring you in.
It definitely is great food. I ate there a few times, and servings are huge. They give you a big plate of fries and a small root
Good.
beer float.
Good people. You've been out there?
I have.
You have? Good.
It's delicious.
Okay. Well, lots of high fives because we appreciate people that certainly they've jumped in to help. And in turn, you're helping the community with this event. Saturday is that the 13th? Saturday?
The
coming-
18th.
The 18th, excuse me, coming up. So it's not this Saturday, it's the next Saturday.
That's right.
So mark your calendar, and I'll tell you what, if you'll leave me a little information here, I'll cut a commercial for you on this because I think it's a great event.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, we'll do a little commercial and give an address and date and so forth. But I like the idea that you're giving back some. They donate money. You do give back some possibilities of coming into the studio, working out
so
there, and
they can come in, even try out a free class if they like.
that'd be good. You promise not to hurt.
Oh, I promise.
Okay, and all ages again.
That's right. We
Cater to
teach
all ages.
both kids, children, adults, college students even. We even allow them to come in when on a leash.
Well, I appreciate it when somebody loves what they're doing. You know, I meet people once in a while. Well, more often than not, right now they're doing things they wish they didn't have to do. And so it's fun to find several people here, 3 people that are really doing things that they want to do. We're going to take another break. We'll be back, and we're going to hear a little bit about your books in depth. Tell us what the stories are about a little bit more. We know that they're all good, clean stories, and you wouldn't be embarrassed to have your kids read them or your grandma. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. Stay with us. In business since 1980, RIMS has served Utah property owners and condominium associations for nearly 3 decades. Today, RIMS stands as one of Utah's largest and most reputable management firms. Whether your property is large or small, a homeowners association or an individual condominium, an apartment community or a single-family home, a student housing complex, or an office or retail center, RIMS will provide all the necessary management and maintenance expertise you need to achieve your goals without sacrificing any of the personal and responsive care you expect from your property management company. Call 801-375-5595. Looking to rent a property that RIMS manages? Go to remsinc.com or call 801-375-5595.
By focusing solely on the evaporative cooling industry, Swamp Tech has quickly become the experts. We bring our clients the latest technologies and offer only the highest quality parts. Swamp Tech has been servicing coolers since 1997 and has over 3,000 current clients. Why would you trust anyone else with your cooling needs? Call 801-471-0491. Swamp Tech's services include seasonal startup and shutdown, installation of a new evaporative cooling system, repair or replacement of your existing swamp cooler, and flex duct run for whole house distribution. Call us at 801-471-0491 or go to swamptech.net, SWAMPTECH.net. Summer's heat has arrived. Don't spend another sleepless night because you're too hot. Call today for an appointment, 801-471-0491.
Are you an athlete looking for a natural boost to your workout? Have you studied up on the benefits of nitric oxide production to your performance? Then you'll want to try Kyani's Nitro Extreme. Nitro Extreme promotes cardiovascular health and improved blood flow, supports muscle contraction and relaxation, as well as nerve transmission. I use Nitro Extreme right before I lift weights, and I've never been stronger in my entire life. If you don't try Nitro Extreme, you'll never know what you're missing. Call 801-362-9552 to order yours today. That's 801-362-9552.
This is Pat Sheranian. I'm so happy that you've joined us today and stayed with us. This has really been fun. Really, sometimes the things we say off camera are more fun than the things we say on camera. But we do get to know each other a little bit when we're talking during commercial. And these 3 people that are with me today are really extraordinary people. They've taken hold of the spirit of entrepreneurship, and they've just gone out there and done it. And each one has found a different way to express themselves and share their talent. And so we were going to focus a little bit on Valerie Gardner, who goes by the pen name of VJO Gardner. Mm-hmm. I want her to tell just a little bit, and then we'll come back and have each one of you just kind of sign off and summarize what you've been doing. So we'll give you about 5 minutes, and then we'll wind up a little.
Okay. Actually, I'm
going to have you put that microphone closer to you. There you go. That's good. Okay.
I kind of like to share some of a couple of reviews I've had on the books. The first one is from Blood of Ancient Kings, and this mother said, "I couldn't wait to find out what was going to happen next to these people I had come to care about. Not only is it engaging, but it has an underlying morale to it, which is carried throughout the series. I like reading about people with integrity. Another plus for me was the complete lack of gratuitous sex or foul language. I was completely comfortable letting my 12-year-old son read the first book, and he literally jumped with excitement when he learned there would be a second and third book. It's well worth the read.
That's great.
That's exciting.
I was really pleased with that review, and Tom, part of Tom, his.
Hold on, you got to stay with the microphone. Okay.
Part of Tom's review, besides reminding him of the Boy Scout law, he said that the story again deals with love and romance, and this is Quest the King, among royalty and their difficulties with the relationship. Lord Bryant struggling from the loss of his family and being the only one to care for Dracona Castle and its unusual occupants, rescues a maiden and her father traveling to a local village from some evil men. He is enthralled by her beauty and sets out to win her love. Sonia, trying to understand a prophetic riddle, sets out on a quest with Bryant, filled with fortune tellers, traveling minstrel, and a magical sword. With mystery from the past and the present within each of their families, there are numerous plot twists, and the characters learn about loyalty to family and friends, honor between kingdoms, kindness to servants and subjects. And I've tried to carry this out throughout all of the books, and I have 6 that are published and more that I am working on, which I hope to have edited
That is
soon.
just amazing to have 6 books out all at the same time. And again, let's remind, you're going to be in 2 places, so let's give those dates again.
The first is this Saturday from 1 to 6 at Eborn Books in the Provo Town Center Mall, and they are on the 2nd level near Dillard's. And then also at the Kickathon on the 18th.
Following Saturday.
The following Saturday. And I will have a very unusually striped, gaudy-looking medieval tent. So I will be, and I'll be dressed a bit differently, so I won't be hard to spot.
Okay.
Stands out pretty.
And I
Pretty
think,
much.
listening
Pretty
to this, that she has the books appeal to all ages.
Yes.
And so if you're listening, bring your parents. And parents, if you're listening, bring your kids. And grandparents, we'll buy anything that we think will make our grandchildren happy. So it sounds like you're going to have a wonderful time. And I would like you to call me and let me know
Okay.
how both Saturdays. In fact, I want to try and get to yours and yours, the event on the 18th.
You're definitely more than welcome.
Yeah, thank you. I would like very much to come. We might be able to bring a camera and do something with it and put a clip on the air for you on that. And then if we'd have you just summarize what you've been doing
Okay.
and what you hope to do in the future, that would be fun.
All right. Basically, what I've been doing is the paper, Serve Daily, trying to promote freedom, liberty, service, local business. And I just keep on hoping to do the same from now on out, trying to just grow, get more support, find volunteers that want to write articles, news stories.
Give us out a phone number or something if we've got people.
Okay.
People like to write stories.
People, if you want to contact me, my number is 801-814-8213, or you
Let's
can.
give it a second time. Always have
Okay.
to say it twice.
One more time is 801-814-8213, and I'm available basically anytime. Or hop on my website, benservedpayforward.com, and just look for
BEEN, Ben Served.
BEEN served pay PAY forward FORWARD.com, and then look
Ben
for
Served Forward. That it?
Ben served pay forward.
Pay Forward. Ben Served Pay Forward.
Look for the Serve Daily mark at the top, and that'll take you in where you can view the paper. You can find all the link. You can click a link to show you the 140 places across the county that the paper's available at.
That's great.
And one reason I'm doing it that way, to put it out in stores, is to get people to go to the stores, and once they're there, to hopefully purchase something from the store.
That's a great idea. It works for everybody.
Yeah, I'm trying to-
Well, and I appreciate it. And I seem to have three of you that really serve the public with your gifts and talents. That's the intent, is to teach, and ethics and loyalty and all of the good things that you've written about in your book, that you talk about teaching with your students. I still am working on the fact that you were in the service in Afghanistan.
Oh, Iraq.
Iraq. Okay. One of those places where it was miserable and terrible.
It all looks the same once you're over there.
No, it isn't, really. I mean, it's scary everywhere, I'm sure, but some places are worse than others, so we're so glad you're back with us, and I'm happy you're not 17 and you went there and came back, so he's a little bit older, thank goodness for that.
I have one last question for Valerie.
Okay.
What advice would you give to up-and-coming authors?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, definitely write what you're comfortable with. And don't worry about it if it's something that's not good enough to print just yet. That's what editing's for. Just keep writing, take writing classes. And the best stories tend to write themselves and take you in completely unexpected directions.
Well, the first thing anybody thinks about writing is what they know about. That's themselves, and it starts there. It's just a little journal keeping. And then where do you get the ideas from?
Well,
I'm asked that all the people say, where does a writer ever get that idea from?
My problem was I actually tried writing a journal very dedicatedly several times, and it just wasn't happening. And this is what came out instead.
I like it. I really like it.
And you can find them on my website at vjogardner.com.
vjogardner.com.
Mm-hmm.
How can we find you?
You can go to our website, provoUSSD.com, or call us at 801-373-4844. Again, that's 801-373-4844. Just come on in, try a free class, see if you like it.
And you're located?
We're on 78 West and Center Street, right across from where they're building the new temple and the New Skin building on the north side.
Oh, you're just right down the street.
Yeah, we're right around the corner.
Oh, to the south of us?
Yeah, we're just barely to the south, about half a block.
On University Avenue?
On Center Street.
Oh, right on Center Street.
So do you know where the Two Jacks Pizza is?
Oh, you're right there.
Yeah, we're actually right next door neighbors.
You are right there. I've seen you. Oh, my goodness, he's a neighbor. Next time I go and eat, I'll go in and get beat up.
We'll just teach you how to help not get beat up.
Would you? I would appreciate that. Thank you. This has been a lot of fun,
thank
guys.
you.
Shaking my hand. Appreciate your being here. My goodness, you did great. It's always a first experience time when you're all together like this. It is a different experience. Thank you.